I am intelligent. I am prepared. I am a thinker. I am a problem solver. I am focused on my goals. I am resourceful. I will succeed in high school and college. I am responsible for my future success. And I am proud to be a Panther.
Sorry about that.
Seems to be a little technical problems, but that's okay. We're going to move on to today's show.
Today we'll be talking about various of things.
The first question for today is, how can diets affect the learning of the environment?
Well, I think diets can affect the learning and the learning environment, because like certain things that you eat, it give you energy, and then other things that don't. Like if you have energy, you'll be able to learn more.
I think that diets can cause a healthier environment and change others' behaviors, because if you diet, it really starts to make you feel better about yourself, and it changes your view on how you feel about yourself. So it might change your view on how you think about others. It might change your view about everything, which will change everything for you.
The second question we have is, how does eating healthy help students learn more effectively?
I feel like it could change your behavior, and it changes, and when your behavior changes, it really changes how you think and how you talk to people and how you act. So it might change it just might change the way that you do your work, because the way that you look at your work and the way that you go forward with your work it really affects how the outcome might be. So it affects if you come out with a good grade or a bad grade, depending on how you came in that day and how you acted and responded toward that test.
Well,
go ahead.
I think that eating healthy can help. Like basically what I said the first time, if you eat like fruits and vegetables, give you energy, rather than eating like candy and junk food, then you'll be like tired after a while. Probably after you done had your little what's it called?
Snack, breakfast meal.
No, well, not that.
Diet.
No, just no. I forgot.
All right, it's okay. We're going to move on to our next question, where we ask, how does attendance and timeliness affect the learning environment? Why or why not?
Well, I think tardiness and attendance affect, because you're basically, if you're like late to class, then you're going to be 9 times out of 10 missing some instructions. And if you don't know what you're doing, then 9 times out of 10, then you might not do your best. And I think attendance, it helps, because like if you're not there, then that means the next day you're going to have to do twice as much work as you got to do that day, because you missed the day before.
And it just might not be your most effort put towards it, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
I agree with you, and also I feel like attendance and timeliness is very effective, because I know if I don't come on time, I'm really lost and I don't know what to do, so I have to ask for help, and the teacher is already giving direction, so it's really just an interruption to the entire class, and it really just changes the mood for the entire day based on one person being off task. It messes up the entire team.
Okay, next question we have is, did you have breakfast this morning?
If you consider a granola bar and an apple breakfast, then yes, I did. I didn't have a full meal, but I did have a granola bar and an apple.
I had I want to say this is breakfast, because it was oatmeal cream pie. But it helped, because my stomach was hurting and I ate it.
But if you did have breakfast this morning, what did you have? And if you didn't, why not?
Well, it wasn't a real breakfast, so I didn't have breakfast because I don't eat the school food.
Why don't you eat the school food?
Because they be giving us cold eggs, the little boiled eggs, and they be
Cold eggs?
they be giving us boiled eggs, and they be bouncy, and I wouldn't eat that.
Most mornings I do eat breakfast. I'll eat maybe like it depends. Some mornings I might eat breakfast, some mornings I might not, because sometimes I'm running late and I really need to get to school, so I don't really want to stop and try and make me a meal really quick. So yeah, I just go to school, and most of the time when you're at school, the food isn't really something that you would want to eat. It's something that it's not really that type of. Right, it's not. It doesn't feel like it's edible at that point. It just feels like it's there just so they can say that they tried to feed us and we just chose not to. Yes, that is my answer to that question. Next question.
Okay. The next question we have is, can exercise help students become more effective learners?
I think exercise, like I said, it will change your attitude, because after you exercise, you will be losing weight. And some people might want to lose weight, so it could change their actions towards everyone else. I know some people they don't really feel happy inside, and they're very insecure because they're not at the point that they want to be with their body. So they might treat others wrong because they're at a different point and they are shaped differently. So when they get to where they want to be, they might treat that person nice because they feel like, I don't have any reason to be angry towards that person anymore.
Well, I think sometimes the days everybody don't like to exercise, but it's when we have gym on certain days, I think it affects our learning environment negatively, because when most of the time during gym we playing basketball, and then the losing team always got an attitude or something. They just want to get their point across because they mad because they lost or whatever. So then I think it's affecting our learning environment because they want to argue throughout the whole next period instead of just doing their work. And then it's mainly the boys. Not saying that girls don't do it too, because now and then they do, but it's just.
It's mostly guys, because they're the ones. Well, I can see what you're saying, because some girls and guys, they're very competitive. I remember in, I think, 7th or 6th grade, two teams were playing, and one guy got really mad, and he took it through the entire day with him, and ended up getting in trouble because he was so angry about the fact that his team lost, and he felt that it was unfair. I feel like a lot of people take basketball or any other sports very serious, any form of sport, basically.
I disagree.
You do?
Yes.
They take some sport seriously. If they're looking at it like a career, they might say, that was unfair, nobody would really do that in a regular game, this isn't this isn't that, and I don't feel like it was a game at that point.
It's a such thing called street ball when there's no rules, so.
But were they playing street ball? It all depends on the situation, so.
Well, I don't know, I wouldn't know.
Well, the next question is, do you think it is important for students to participate in extracurricular activities?
Well, I think it depends on what it is, because some things I would say if it's something that's taking up most of your time and you can't do your homework and stuff like that, I think it's a bad idea, and I think it's affecting the person negatively because they not doing what they gotta do, and it's their priorities messed up because they doing what they want to do versus what they gotta do. Say I gotta do I got basketball practice on Wednesdays, and say we hit a whole day on Wednesdays, and then I get home and I just be tired after that. So I don't do my homework. Not saying that I don't, because I do. But I'll be tired and I won't want to do it. So I know that other people can relate I think that it's affecting me negatively. What about you?
I think people should have extracurricular activities because it's something that gets their mind off of everything else. It gets their mind off of just working on school. It gets their mind off of whatever's going on at home. It really just allows you to relax and do what you want to do. You know, that's why they have different choices for extracurricular activities, like sports, band, music. You can go outside of school and go to like after school somewhere else because it's something fun you want to do. You know, but next question is, if yes, why, and if no, why not? So that goes with the question that we just answered, which was, do you think it is important for students to participate in extracurricular activities?
Well,
So you chose no, so why?
Well, I said why because it's like it's taking time for me to do homework and stuff when I know I'm gonna be tired afterwards. But like not necessarily no, but like certain things like it depends on what you're doing. Like it's easy little things, the extracurricular activities. It's like it's small ones that's like not gonna take up all your energy. Like homework help. That'll be productive. Like it will help you because you get help with your homework. And I'm pretty sure it's stuff after that like you can do like missing assignments and stuff. But after basketball practice, I know I'd be tired and I'd just be ready to go home and shower.
Right, but like you said, homework help. Would you consider that an extracurricular activity because it still has to do with school?
Yes, but because it's technically it's not like a class, so it's not like one of your.
But you're doing homework.
It's not it's not your regular 4 classes and then your specials. It's outside of that, and you're not getting a grade for that. So it's an extracurricular activity.
Well, if you're working on homework, which you are getting a grade on, that is getting a grade on it. I mean, but I'm not going to stress you anymore about it. The next question is, can learning to play a musical instrument help students become more effective learners?
Well, I'm pretty sure the instrument not going to help you. Well, it depends. Like, I know some people, they tap while they doing their work, you know, like click the pins and stuff like that. That could be like learn how to play the drums. That could probably relate somehow. But I don't think that it's helping anybody with their work because we don't have classes that we need musical instruments for besides music, but we don't use the instruments in there for some reason.
I think a musical instrument, I feel like it depends on what type of person you are because music really, in some people's cases, music could have something to do with the learning process, but for some people it just does not apply because learning is learning and music is music. It's
You're
two
not going
separate
to stop in the
things.
middle of the class to play the flute.
Right, I think that's not something that you would really do. But the next question?
Can art help students become more effective learners? If so, why? If not, why not?
Can art help students become more effective learners? I feel like it's the same thing with music. Art really doesn't have much to do with the learning. I mean, maybe if someone wanted to like draw out something, I don't think that would really apply unless you're a visual learner because it doesn't have anything to do with it. But yeah, learning is learning, art is art, music is music. I mean, it's all separate things.
Okay, I think it's like learning how to do art is like it's gonna affect the learning environment negatively because I know from like it's a student in my class and she know how to draw and she just like sometimes she don't, not to be calling anybody out if you watching, I apologize, but she draw more than she complete her work. So I think it's like it's affecting her negatively. But she's smart, but she just decides to draw instead of finishing her work. And then I think it be getting to her head sometimes because the teachers be like, "Oh, draw me this." And I know it's one teacher that had her to draw his tattoo, and she got paid for it, so she thinks she the top artist. She not living up to what she doing.
I mean, well, some people, they might feel like art or music is a way to get that stress or whatever it is out of the way in order to do their work. But if it's affecting how much the quality of your work, it's not worth it. not to me. But the next question is, what role do parents play in helping students become more effective learners?
Well, one, the parents 9 times out of 10. Well, not even 9 times out of 10, but majority of parents, they take their kids to school, so they taking them to learn, get an education, and even if they don't feel like going to school, I'm pretty sure the parents will push them to go to school, and I think that's helping because like I'm not gonna be missing any instruction or assignments, and then I'm not gonna be behind and stuff like that. And I know that if I'm behind, then it's going to be like more pressure for me to catch up. So.
I agree with you. And also, don't forget, guys, to call in. The number is below, and we really do want for the audience to try and call in today. And my answer to that question is, what role do parents play in helping students become more effective learners? I feel like parents kind of open the way for their students, for their kids to learn. And if you're not there giving some type of support to your child, it's not really pushing them to feel like it's worth it. At one point, all that working and learning and going to school every day, it has to be worth it. And if the parent isn't reminding them of that every day, they won't feel that, and they won't do what they need to do in order to pass, in order to be successful in life. Because education is a part of being successful. So, next question.
Can attitude affect how effective a learner a student is?
Can attitude affect how effective a learner a student is? So
I think it's or.
Oh, okay. So I think the question is asking us, how does the attitude of the student affect how well of a learner they are? The attitude that you have towards your work and towards what you're doing, it changes everything, because it makes you think about things like anger, things like, just using anger as an example. If I'm angry going towards my work, like I don't want to do this is not something I want to do, it's not interesting to me, it's not going to be interesting, and I'm probably going to fail it because I'm not looking at it as something that I want to do. And I'm probably not going to do it if I'm looking at it as like I'm not going to do it. So
well, I think also it can affect a student, how a student is learning, because like say I'm in a good mood, I'm understanding how to do it, I think I might ace this. But then it's like different, like if I'm in a bad mood, I'm not understanding, I don't want nobody to talk to me, this, that, and the third, I might be like, I don't want to do this, I don't care for it, just put anything. And then it's like that nonchalant mood, like I'm not really feeling this, I'm feeling it, but it's whatever. I'm probably like 50-50, you know.
Yeah, I can understand that, but the way I look at things is things have to get done, and you don't want to be the person sitting there saying, I didn't feel like doing it, so I didn't do it, and now I don't have the opportunity of whatever I could have got from me doing what I had to do back then, because nobody knows all this work that we're doing now in school, at one point it's going to mean something.
Not all of it.
Not all of it, but some of that work. The science work, you might need that one day when you're trying to get a job.
No,
You might. The math work, you're definitely gonna need it if you want money, if you like money, and if you're willing to make money. And then the reading, the literacy, and the history part, it's really just kind of like extra. Well, literacy, you need to know how to read. You need to learn how to read. Well, yeah.
Studying and literacy is not extra. You need to learn how to read, because somebody could just like, say, I got a contract I need to sign, I don't know how to read, so I just sign it. I could be signing my life over if I ain't know how to read. So literacy is helpful. But social studies, I think it's helpful, like, it's Black History Month. So I'm learning about the history of Black people, and like, I forgot the name of dude
Carnegie was
no, not him.
KRS-One?
Yes, him, thank you. KRS-One.
That's a group, I think.
No, that's one person.
You sure?
He was the only person in the video, I think. Well, anyway, that's not the purpose. So, like, he basically, he was saying in his video, that, I don't know if I can say it on TV.
He was basically saying, well, I get what you're trying to say. He was basically saying that we're not getting, that back then and now, someone now, we're not getting the proper education on African American, black history, because we're not engaging in the subject of black history just like we're engaging in the subject of every other race's history. We're not listening to, we're talking about the United States and how the Americans basically took over the United States and took it from the Native Americans, and we're not being taught as much about black history as we are about
we're not being
their
acknowledged
history
as much as like
right.
not their Caucasian history.
And we're just not being taught everything, so we deserve to be taught our history, so we know, because it gives us the push that we need, and it gives us a weapon.
But we got the shortest mind, and they got the rest.
I mean,
that
was just a mishap. I don't know, because of what I know, it was a mishap.
It was an accident. We were supposed to get the longest month of the year.
It's not one. It's several months that are the same one. But I feel like February is a special month because it might be the shortest, but think about it, it's the only shortest. It's a special month. It's the coldest one and it's the shortest one. So they saying we're gonna feel everything, every single thing into this little old month, so everybody remember this little old month forever.
It was 2 black founders' birthday this year. I mean this month. And that's when the NAACP was founded.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Well, let's move on. Our next question is, how influential are TV and movies on a learning environment?
Well, I think this kind of like a previous question we had about the music, like different music and stuff like. Well, I think that TV and movies is influential. Did I say that right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Because like certain movies and TV shows, it could be like, let's say a Spike Lee movie versus like Mortal Kombat, Marvel, or some stuff. It could be like different, and it can like give you a different mood or tone. Like I say, I grew up watching, not for real, but like Spider-Man movies. I'll probably think I was Spider-Man, and I'll probably like wanna learn more about Spider-Man than other stuff.
Alright, well, thank you for your answer, and thank you everybody who tuned in and watched the show today.
You still got 50 seconds.
Oh my gosh. But it is about time for us to go. So we would like to thank you guys. Again, I'm Ashlynn.
And I'm Zariyuanah.
And this is Panther Pride. Thank you, and we hope to hear you and see you next Monday.
And remember to call in.
Yes. Thank you.